with Knipple. And it's MP in at the center position. And for the Wizards, we've got Alex Sarr. C.J. McCollum is out there with Johnson. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 3. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Lets it go from deep. Hornets with the rebound. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Champagnie. Now Sarr, covered by MP. McCollum against Ball. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Washington. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back to you, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run, Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, B.A., and his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton, at his all-star peak, was something special.
Johnson with a bucket.
Yeah, for a young wing like Johnson, scoring inside will open up the rest of the floor for you.
Here's Knipple, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's McCollum. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Miller, the pass to Bridges. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Middleton. Wizards trail by 3. Washington moving the ball around. Sarr against MP. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. Tipped.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort. 1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Diabate's checked in for Charlotte.
Number 14, Moussa Diabate.
Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Middleton, guarded closely. Now Sarr, 5 on the clock. And the bucket is good.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
And here are the Hornets now. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, the bench changed the game. What a shot in the arm to this offense. That second unit was incredible.
Now here's Johnson. He just couldn't put it together in that loss to Indiana. Johnson a screen on Ball. For 3, McCollum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And throughout his career, McCollum has always been a high-volume three-point shooter. And there you see why. The consistency.
He gets it in there.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, B.A., this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
But nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room.
So for the Wizards,
On the court.
second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Carlton Carrington out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Champagnie at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Now here's Ball. He's got 7. LaMelo knocks down the long one.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Bagley up top. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Great open look there. Carrington's got 5 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Ball passes to MP. McCollum against Ball. Outside Sexton. And stolen by Bagley. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Cleveland played phenomenal. He ended with 15 points, and he was his usual self on the glass, piling up the rebounds. All around, he just seemed unstoppable, getting everything he wanted. Hopefully, he's got more of that energy for us tonight.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Now here's Ball. 10 points for him. James finds Ball. Inside. Here's Martin. The slam by MP.
That's what you want to see every night from MP. Go up and flush it down.
The Wizards trail by 6. Outside Bagley. There's the drive. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on MP. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Sarr comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's Johnson in for Carrington.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Outside Johnson. Bagley sets a screen. Fires the 3. The rebound by MP. MP's got 4 rebounds now. Miller. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Outside Bagley. The rebound by Bridges.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the 3s are easier for players to get.
Back to Martin. And MP throws it down.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
The Wizards trail by 9. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Sarr passes to Johnson. Bagley, a screen on Miller. From deep, Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. MP's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Washington.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
And he banks in the layup. Champagne's got his first basket.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Bridges outside. Pass to Miller. Clock at 6. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Miller's got 10.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Middleton outside. Pass to McCollum. Off target with the 3. And so it's Charlotte closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Charlotte Hornets.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. That sounds like their offense right now. Clock work.
Speaking of clocks, I think you've had some run-ins with Big Ben Wallace, haven't you?
You mean in London? Big Ben?
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And so in the game for the Hornets, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with MP, and it's Knipple in at the 3 slot. There are some big-time players in this league, but who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
And the long arms of Sarr on full display. You've got to keep this kid off the offensive glass.
Martin a screen. Bridges outside. There's the drive, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the 2-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Here's Johnson, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. MP's got 8 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Johnson. McCollum outside, pass to Middleton. Now Johnson. The 3 is up, and it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got 9 rebounds now. Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Shot's good by Sarr.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Charlotte leading by 13. MP, a screen on McCollum. There's Ball with a three. Rebounded by Champagnie. Champagnie's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Sarr misses. The Hornets have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Martin, the pass to Ball. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Johnson. Washington has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players at school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back to you, Ryan.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
To the middle. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Now here's Bridges. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Sarr with a screen on Miller. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And the last few seasons' legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
Carrington, he's checked in for Washington. Charlotte also making some changes. Diabate comes in for Bridges, and it's Colin Sexton in for Miller.
Two minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Outside Johnson. Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Sarr is playing with a lot of confidence, not questioning himself, just using his size to keep finding buckets.
Here's Knipple. Still no points. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. Here's Carrington. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The kick out to Ball. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So for Washington, Bagley's checked in for Sarr. Whitmore comes in for Chris. Washington. McCollum comes in for Johnson. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Washington's head coach said to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Thank you for that, Allie. C.J. McCollum is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Bagley in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Here's Salone. Charlotte again missing.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Whitmore. Now here's Sarr. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. McCollum with a steal. And a fast break now for the Wizards. It's tipped.
You gotta love the hustle from Ball. Great job rising up to send it back. And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
There's no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal.
Back to Martin. It's rebounded by Washington. Carrington's got 4 rebounds now. McCollum pass to Bagley, and he comes up with a bucket. Bagley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're fortunate to be leading after shooting below 40% in the first half.
So for Washington, Chris Middleton's checked in for Bagley. Champagnie comes in for Whitmore. And it's Johnson in for Carrington. Charlotte also making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Salon. And Miller subbed in for Sexton. MP, a screen on McCollum. Ooh, it misses.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Here's Middleton. Johnson on the wing. Guarded by Miller. Here's the teardrop. MP with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
10-footer is good.
Wow. Huge points from Knipple, the youngster, ready for a big moment.
Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Here's Knipple. Outside Bridges. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. It's off.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Now McCollum. Sarr with a screen on Miller. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Outside ball. Martin a screen. Here's Knipple. McCollum with the rebound.
Yeah, and in general, he needs to become a stronger finisher.
Stolen by Ball.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them now.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where everything is going to have to go your way.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession. Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now here's Martin. Here's Miller. Six to shoot. Here's Knipple. Ball fires. And the 3 misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Why was Trey Johnson such a high pick? When he gets hot, he can light up the scoreboard, a microwave-type scoring talent.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
It's stolen by Johnson. Picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Tough sledding for you tonight, MP, as you couldn't get going on offense. What do you look to build on after a loss like this?
There's so much to build on after a loss like this. You know, you just got to forget about the bad stuff and throw it away and start again tomorrow. Each and every one of us is capable of greatness, and we need to prove that next time out, so we will.
Can't wait, MP. Thank you so much. Over to you, B.A.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. And that'll do it, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. So long.